Hey, perfect
We're live.
timing.
Are we
Yeah,
live?
we're live.
I don't know where my headsets are, so I think they're
Well,
on.
it's a live show.
I think they're in a box somewhere waiting to be unpacked. I don't know. I'm kind of lazy with the unpacking lately. How's
Yeah,
it
that'll
going?
happen. Pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know where that thing is, so we're just gonna roll without it. What's up, Jim?
Yeah, well, we're kind of getting back into the groove of things.
Well, we're doing something. I don't know about getting back into it or not, but we'll figure it out.
Supposedly, we're live on the club page. Yeah, looks like it.
Hmm. There's an
And
echo.
yeah, I know it's
Why,
you.
why would there be an echo?
I don't know.
Is it constant or is it just a?
It's whenever because of your speakers.
Oh.
Yeah, so it is what it is. We'll get through it. Well, what do we got for tonight?
I have no clue. You're gonna have to enlighten me.
Well, I think there's two big shows that happened in the last couple of weeks, so we got to
Yeah.
talk about those.
Yeah.
There's some shows coming up. We're going to talk about those.
There you go.
We're going to show some of the goodies.
I got goodies.
See what nice. So we're just going to have a
random
kind of a
thing.
wrap up. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I can start us off with one of the finds from the Fremont show.
Well, let's do that.
This was carded with the dreaded Rebel bands on it, but as you can see, there's no rubber band damage. Except for, if you look, if I can get it to pop up or not, there is a line right above coast.
Oh, yeah, it's very faint.
Yep. That was the only thing that the freezer did not cure. So if you ever get a car with rubber bands on it and you don't want to hurt the paint, freezer works great.
Yeah.
I put it in there for about 2 days, and I forgot about it for about 2 days, and came out in perfect shape. So another one of my Fremont finds, because I just happen to have a couple here, because I was very happy with this one. This one came from Mr. Brad, and I didn't even see if it worked or not, but it is the last Camaro power command that I needed.
Sweet.
So the power commands are officially done on the U.S. side. Now, if I want to get broke, I can go after all of the Euro or the Leo ones. But I don't know if I want to do that just quite yet. So,
Leos
what did
are
you come up with? You
expensive.
find anything good?
I hate to say this,
You already opened
but
everything?
they're all pretty much open except for. Let's see. Let's make this work. Present. Extra candy.
Live streaming. See, and Jim says the echo is on your end.
Yeah. No, this isn't going to work the way I thought. That's what I got. That survived.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so that's from Jim. I did get a couple mail calls, but these are going for other people.
Gotta love a good mail.
Couple patches. Thank you, Jeff Drew.
I don't have any mail calls. I did get my other Mercedes finally, so now I'm very happy I got both of those. So
I have not gotten mine yet.
what's up, Nature? How you doing tonight? We're doing all right. I'm doing all right. I don't know about him, but I'm doing all right.
I'm doing pretty good.
Nice.
So the other things that we did is we went to Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
But before we go talk about Kansas City, we should talk about Fremont. Yeah, no, sounds like a football stadium.
What is up?
Fremont was pretty good. I mean,
Sorry, just saying hi. Yeah, Fremont was good. They had a lot of good stuff. I picked up a couple of cars for the private collection, so that always makes me happy. Got to visit with everybody. That was always a good time. Sounds like
Yeah.
you're in a football stadium. Who's in the football stadium? Me or Kent? Because I don't know where my headsets are, so that's on me. But
That's where the echo's coming from.
yeah,
Because that's your speakers, I think.
yeah, I just don't know how to get that to stop.
Well, there's not much you can do about it.
Well, there's
Well,
not.
I can just stop talking.
But I can also do.
It's live. What do you expect? That's better. Can you hear me at all? I don't know if you can hear me, but the echo stopped. So, yay. This is what's fun about live TV, folks. Anything and everything can and will happen. So we just go with it. Yeah,
There.
see,
I'll
that's
just look like a weirdo with my phone.
hey. If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. Paul Ward, how are you tonight? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, that's a definite possibility there, Paul. Um, now let's get rid of the closed
Yeah, we gotta
captioning
find
on the
Brett's
other side.
headset.
Yeah. Paul Ward, if you don't know, will be our guest here on the 17th of July. If you don't know who he is more
All right, I'll be right
commonly
back. I'm
known
gonna go
as
check my other
Blackwall
spot.
Paul.
Be right back.
Yeah, good to see you as well, Paul. I mean, Fremont was great too. We were able to walk around, say hi to folks. Got to see Mike and Lee, and Tina and Angela, which is always a great thing as well. So much appreciation for that. I mean, folks were treated us well, and we got to do some fun things. It wasn't long enough by any stretch of the imagination, as we were split in time between Fremont and KC, but we did as much as we could. So it looked like it was a good show. Looks like it was organized and thought out, and that's all that matters. So much shout out to those guys who took care of that show. Like I said, it sounded like everybody had a good time, and we'll go on from there. I think the other big thing that everybody was talking about was the Legends tours. Uh, those those display units finally came out, and honestly, the highlight that I found out of that was I got a super, and I never find supers, so that was pretty cool. It's one I was looking forward to. That's the Mustang. There, we'll rip that up later. Hopefully, Brent gets his headsets here, and we can actually go back to normal. Again, we're welcoming anybody to hang out with us on YouTube or
I think I
on
actually know where
Facebook.
they are.
Where are they? Not at my house, are they?
I think they're in your stuff.
I only have one set.
Because I think
here.
everything from the live show down in Kansas got thrown into one big box.
That's a possibility. I'll have to look. So, now that we've talked about the things in Fremont and everything, and I think they are having that show again next year. August 1st is the date that I had heard. Hopefully, they'll post something about it here to give a little bit more accurate description, because I don't want to speak out of turn. Let's talk Kansas City. What did you think about that? As he disappeared again. So my thoughts on Kansas City was it was pretty good weekend. I'd never been to that show before. I think Chris and his volunteers and Tammy did a great job of taking care of us. I'd like to give a shout out to Jonathan Robles, who helped us kind of test everything before the live show. I'll be honest, I was nervous as heck getting that started. Believe it or not, we had a couple of hiccups. Um, I forgot the boom mic, I forgot the camera, so we had to go stop at a Best Buy, pick up a microphone, and pick up a. Um, did you find him? Oh, he's got another set in there. We had to pick up another microphone and camera, so that was pretty cool in and of itself. So, um, last minute compromise or last minute not compromise, but last minute adapting, and it worked well. Also, have to thank Brian Nitcher and Barb Robles for really keeping all of our guests in line and moving. Because if that wouldn't have happened, I don't know if we would have been able to make things work or not. I mean, Brian was really great about getting the people, and Barb was good about keeping the lineup going. And we had a lot of great guests, and it was a lot of fun. Um, I couldn't believe how many people stayed to watch us, and I thought we were going to get heckled more from the crowd than we did, and I don't think that happened. So, it is that was fun. I liked it, and let's not forget Michael Geralda and Peter Kistler. I mean, they were great guests, very engaging, very open, and very entertaining. It, also, I mean, I could not believe how much information Michael had, and same with Peter when it came to just things about the newsletter. And we hope that both of them were going to be on at a later date. I know they both expressed interest in it, but we'll see. And some of the cars that Chris did for the show were just outstanding. I'll show a couple of those while we're waiting here. This is one of the newsletter cars that Peter had commissioned for the show. And yes, mine didn't. Well, that just happened. Wasn't trying to, but it came off there.
What are you doing?
I don't know. My card came off the card.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back to the Echo because I cannot get anything to work. So.
Well, if we have to cut it short, we cut it short.
Yeah, this is true. I just don't know. I don't know where they're at, so there's not a whole lot I can do. So.
No, but this car was amazing, and I really loved it. I've heard a couple other people say their blisters have come off too, so it is what it is.
Did you show off this thing yet?
No.
What?
Why don't you tell about that?
So this was a project that was done for us from Chris. His amazing artist came up with these sweet cartoons. And let's see if I can remember. There's a whole lot of names. But yeah, and then we got this sweet old Mercedes on there, facing the correct way, like they all should. It's very cool. It's got all the card art on the back, all the sponsors of the show. Number 2 of 50. Got the Mid-States logos. That one down there too. So pretty cool. And I don't know if you missed the live show from down in Kansas City, we were also given some Spectrachrome custom monster trucks. And of course in the duck form, which is super cool. A little thank you from Chris and Tammy. So now I have 2 of these, so that makes me happier. Let's see, what else did we get? We lost Kent.
I'm back.
Oh, hey, there he is.
I went to go look and see if your headsets were here, and no, they weren't.
Why? It's not like you can hand them through the computer screen.
I know. Here you go. But yeah, the ducks were really a nice surprise.
Yeah.
Duck Boy can't talk tonight. I'm sorry. Well, good luck in your game. His name is Brian, spelled correctly. Uh, you know, the show was pretty awesome. I what do you think, Brent?
I think all the shows are great.
Well, no, I was talking about the live show.
Oh yeah, the live show went great too. I'm just gonna. I've been wanting to open this since I found it. So
Oh, thanks. Does it say try
I'm
again
supposed to
later?
sync it 6 times.
Anyway, the show was so good. We had lots of positive feedback. We had Tim Locke and her brother, um, Brian and Rainey, the guys from BJ Customs, which is Kent Bryan. Um, so many dang people I can't even
Yeah,
remember
there was like
anymore.
35 people on the show. So
It was crazy.
Mr. Geralda and Mr. Kistler, those were awesome. Probably,
Yeah,
hopefully, get to hang out with them more often. So that'll be nice.
the racing was pretty good, other than we epically were not prepared.
No, we were definitely way under for what we needed for the racing. So we learned and we move forward from this. So
Yeah, we finished last. Our car ran 2 seconds. That was bad. Uh, but our race team guy, Mr. Dell, messaged me here a couple days ago and said he's found a couple of cars that said are going to do a lot better. I don't know who won, Brian. I won't. I can't say.
yeah, I don't remember who it was. I think it was the All Iowa guys or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, that's kind of what I remember too, or maybe the Mid Ohio.
Yeah, there you go.
I know it wasn't us. You can't say anybody else. But no, it was a lot of fun. It was good to see a lot of folks come down. Melville was there. Donnie and his entire family. Mike Mike Jones was there. Adam Hansling was there, and his entire family. I mean, it was cool to see all these people from our area. And next year it's going to be in Indy. We don't know if we're going to go. It just depends on our schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to be there if we can. We just passed by like that didn't happen. No, yeah, it happened, but it didn't happen the way we wanted.
No, we like I said, we underestimated the importance of the racing down there, and we have learned. And shall we get to go to Indy, we will be more prepared. So,
Yeah, we'll be more prepared.
no, Brian, we did not let it go past. We just were lightly grazing it, moving on.
Yeah, we're highlighting our failures. What other cars that we got? Now they don't want to open anything else. We got that guy right there. That was a sponsorship thank you car, I think.
That was for the tables.
Oh, that's for the tables. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a car that we each won at dinner.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty cool. I mean, for a Camaro. And then what did we? Oh yeah, this is the dinner exclusive.
Hmm.
I thought these were great. What'd you get?
I got my registration truck here.
Yes.
Little '62 Chevy. It's just a cool looking truck. I really like the way this one came out.
And then here's my registration truck. I chose the 83. These are really, really done well. One of the positive things I'd like to say about the staff was that they were very accommodating. Um, and they helped us get everything ready to go, and very helpful. So shout out to the entire staff of the show. It was real. They were really awesome. Okay, let's see what else is there. Again, we got a couple cars from the Tulsa group. We have the Camaro. This was from Kim and her brother and the T-Town folks, which they have a show coming up also July 19th, the day before ours in Omaha. And then obviously, I'm number one. Brent's number two.
Yep.
Um, I really love these cars.
Yeah.
I think they came out really well. Obviously, we're willing to make fun of ourselves,
Oh, clearly.
and we had a good time with it. Um, I think it was a cool idea.
There was carnage.
Oh, yeah. Times 50. Now, what are we doing with these extras? And how many
I
extras
don't know
do we
yet.
have?
We'll have to figure out what we're doing with those, and probably make some people happy. So we just got to figure out how
No,
we do it.
we missed that.
No,
'Cause those-
I did not, Jim, and I don't think Kent did either. They were cool
we
though.
missed that.
Yeah,
We didn't get back in time for that,
yeah.
but that's okay. Um, that overall it was a good time. It was very relaxed.
Yeah.
I would say it's a cross between nationals in time in terms of the format of the show, but it had a relaxed feel of a single one-day show, which was cool. Lots of good food. Hotel really didn't bother us other than the hooligans running around from the baseball tournaments.
Yeah, the baseball players were worse than we were. So
Yeah, I don't know how that could have been. Yeah, Jason had a few of the cars in Mason City, and Jason was awesome too. And he gave us a little car as well, a coupe clip,
yeah,
and
it's upstairs. I haven't
mine's put away
back
too.
from St. Louis yet, so this one might take me a while.
So that was good. But overall, it was a good show. I think if we can do it again, we will. It just, like I said, it all depends on scheduling. All right, so Mike, how are you? What else we got coming up in the calendar?
I want to say in July, here in like 2 or 3 weeks, I think there's a show down there at the firefighters hall.
Yep, we've got about 3 weeks.
Yep.
Actually, this Sunday will be 4 weeks. So, if you haven't gotten your table, go ahead and get one now.
Yep.
We understand that some people may not have PayPal. We will work with you. That's the best I can say. Don't be afraid of the cost either. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have lots of good giveaways. We haven't figured out yet how we're going to break up the giveaways. But I believe we're going to have something for the vendors. We'll have something for the attendees. And we might have a surprise or two, but we guys got to get it nailed down as a group. So be on the lookout for it. And just come out and support. Friends, tell them to come too. If you're from the Des Moines area, come on out. If you're from the KC area, come on out. If you're from the Topeka area, come on out. If you're from Minnesota or Sioux Falls or wherever you're from, come on down.
Yeah.
I mean, we had somebody that's going to come down from Yankton. He's going to bring him and his son. We'll have the monster truck track. Um, we might buy another track. But we got to talk about it first, just make sure it's good. But otherwise, it's going to be fun. And just come out and support. I mean,
Most definitely.
who knows what other surprises we may have. So
We tend to do that.
we kind of do that. I know this kind of seems like a laid back show, but we after the last couple of weeks, it's kind of hard to get back into it. I am not gonna lie. What else are you looking at, Brent?
Um, Sorry, I'm just trying to look at something, but it's not functioning very well.
Well,
I found something that I actually didn't hear anything about the other day.
what's that?
It's a new 6-car set that I've never seen it before, and I didn't hear anything about it. I didn't get any warning. Maybe I'm behind or something, or I don't know. But it's a Silver Series 6-car set, and the artwork alone on this box is epic.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
Because you got the BMW 507 there at the top, the pair. And then you've got the Mercedes 190 in red. You've got the green Alpha GTV 630. You got the Volkswagen Golf down here. You got an Audi RS5 up here. And then, of course, you got this really sweet Porsche, 96 Porsche 911. But no one wants to see that. I want to see these.
Wow. That Beamer is smoking.
Yeah, and like I said, I never saw this released. I never saw any pictures of it being released, so it was kind of a shocker to me because I honestly didn't know it was out there. And then I just happened to be in a store, and it was sitting there on the shelf, and I was like, well, I don't have that, so I had to buy it. And I mean, it's like a metallic blue. Sorry, I'm just kind of going rogue here, but
Yeah, well, it's one of those nights.
yeah, I definitely think it is. That's cool.
Is that the
I thought
Audi?
they had the blue dots on the wheels, but they're just metal.
Those are
Reflective
that thing's
back.
sweet. All right, here's a quick question for the group. With the price of premiums versus the Silver Series, what do you guys think is better right now? Premiums or Silver Series? Because
No, these
no,
are
no real
real
riders.
riders, Jim. That's cool.
Because honestly, I think the Silver Series is doing way better. Because some of these cars were just unreal. Whether it's neon speeders.
The only one with a metal body and a metal base.
See, that's the one thing I'm disappointed with the Silver Series. I thought they were all supposed to be metal.
Yeah. That is sharp, though. I like that. It's a very sturdy little tray. Like, you can see all, like, the indents and everything. Like, I'm not going nowhere. Oh. It's a display. You can stand it up.
Well, since we're all in the mood for ripping stuff, how about that?
Oh, yeah. I haven't opened one of those yet. I need
No.
to, though.
So do I. I am proud of myself for not ripping up a car and like throwing the cardboard all over there in St. Louis. But then again, I barely remember anything about that interview at all.
Yeah, it did go really, really, really fast.
Man, that thing's sweet. I think it's better than the any other versions, honestly. Yeah, it went really fast and it was a blur. And I felt bad that we couldn't talk with more of the guests, especially the three guys that were from Oklahoma that had never been on before. And I thank them especially because they had no clue and they did really, really well. Um, and Kim and her brother hadn't been on either,
Yeah,
and they
there's a
were
lot of
pretty
people that had
good.
never been on and did exceptionally well. I was very happy with the way everything worked and came out, and everybody was happy at the way it out came. So it was overall, it was a good time.
Yeah. So let's talk about our guest that's going to be on here July 3rd, I believe. Yeah, July 3rd. That Carl guy.
Yeah, Carl next week. Hopefully, I find my headsets by then.
For those of you who don't know who we're talking about, his name is Carl Pomponio. Carl works on the CEU staff. Specifically, he MCs the events. He also is the chapter coordinator. So on Fridays, we get to see him along with Nitcher, with a couple other folks, and we discuss what's going on in the chapters and things that do kind of help things move along. And then we get some sweet cars. I gotta find it here. This is another car that we're gonna have something to do with too. This is our chapter newsletter car. So these are given to us from Carl in the chapter meeting to auction off, sell, do whatever, but the money goes back into the club so we can pay for venues, other giveaways, just help the clubs operate. So this is a cool idea. Chris has done these in the past, so I don't. Hopefully, he continues to do them. Maybe we'll learn some more here next week. But this is a cool thing. So it was awesome that we were getting to be a part of it. All right, so moving on. What other shows we got coming up? I know this weekend in Carl Smith down in Kansas City is doing a show. I believe that's sold out as well. So if you're in the KC area, go hang out. Um, let's see, what does the schedule say? We'll take a look here. And again, if you always want to see our schedule for the entire Midwest, just go over to Mid States Collectors Club, click on the featured tab, and there you will see the list of shows. You might have to hit the left button a little bit, a couple of times, but they will be there. Okay. June 28th is again the Carl Smith Show. June 29th is Lincoln's Toy Show in Chicago, or specifically Lockport, Illinois. And there we have hosted by William. July 12th, Legends Tour. That's going to be a good time. I think some of the guys from Topeka, some of the Mocan folks, Some of us are going to all roll down. We're just going to hang out, see what cars come, see what mischief we can get into, and we'll go from there. July 19th is again the next T-Town show down in Broken Arrow at the Stony Creek. And then July 19th is also the Heartland Toy Show in Salina, hosted by the Hayes Toy Dudes. That's Mark Wendelberg and his folks. Then our show, July 20th. And then also another Lincoln's Toy Show in Illinois. And then July 27th, Stacy's going to have his collector's fair. That's Stacy Craig down in Lenexa. And then August, you've got the picnic in Story City, Iowa. So that's limited to one table. And you have to be a member of the All Iowa Club to get a table there, if I remember correct. And then that takes us into August 16th is Mason City. August 24th is another Lockport show with William. And that takes us to the end of August.
So we got plenty of options to choose from between now and then. So
yeah, a lot of great shows, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you can get to one of those, definitely get to one of those. Get to more than one.
Yeah.
Go out. You never know
meet new people, meet new vendors, meet new friends. You never know who you're going to run into that might be coming, one of your best friends for life. These little toy cars can cross a lot of paths in a short distance. So, yeah, get out there and just talk to people, meet people. You never know. You might find a car you've been hunting for the last 4 years, and it was right down the street. So, there you go.
15 vendors.
Already.
Nice. Now, Jim, can we bring our own tables for that show? Yeah, we've got tables for that already, Brian. Or if we don't, we should. We're planning to go for that one. Let's see here. If you want to be a guest, just let us know. I think people who saw the show in Kansas City saw how much fun it was and how relaxing. And it's not the, what's your favorite casting? How long have you been in the hobby?
Well, I mean, those are two or three of your staple questions. So
they are, but we try to avoid them.
But they're not so dry normally.
No. And we do get a duck. That was cool. We got ducks too.
Works.
Okay, so there's more details to come on the table situation. Okay. So as the details come out, just check on the All Iowa page. If they choose to post something on ours, we'll share it for everybody else. I really don't have much of anything else tonight. Do you?
Not really. I mean, I got a couple more cars to rip open, but
we could do that.
We'll start with the lesser of the two, in my opinion. We got the 87 Toyota pickup from the Hot Wheel HW Off-Road series. I like this truck. I have all of them. I know that some people don't like it, but it's one of mine. I like it. It's metal body, metal base, rail riders, good paint jobs. It's kind of got that period look to it. I wish they had done like black wheels or maybe yellow or just something to counteract the gray. The gray just kind of borings it out for me.
Chrome would have been perfect.
Chrome or black or orange or just something to tie it together. The red just doesn't do it a whole lot of justice. I just don't like the gray. I don't know. But it rolls. It'll look good next to the other ones. Now, the one that I'm really looking forward to is the 66 Dodge A100 from Pop Culture. We got the Masters of the Universe.
That thing's so sweet.
I really like the deco they put on this. I really am not a huge Masters of the Universe fan, but the deco is amazing, and they did the same deco on both sides. I'm a little bit disappointed with that.
He-Man and Skeletor.
But it's the same deco, just flipped the other. It's just flipped. Either way, it's fine. Because again,
Yes.
the artwork on this vehicle is amazing. They didn't. Although I wish they would have carried the purple from the front all the way out to the back.
Yeah, I would have liked to see more purple. You're not wrong there. Okay,
But
so
overall, still pretty.
my last car for the night. Thank you, Nathan. Got this at the Fremont show. This is the BMW 507 Super. I'm going to save the other two cars for our guests next week. I already know that both of them are agreed to rip cars, so that's going to be good. Oops. There it is. That's the 507 Super. All right, for those going to LA, tomorrow is the day for hotel reservations, so you might want to make sure you're ready to go for that. I mean, that's all I got for now. Our next two guests are going to be Carl Pomponio and Blackwell's Paul, Mr. Paul Ward.
I'm looking forward to both of those. I think they're
Yep.
both going to be an absolute riot show.
Yeah. If you've never heard Carl talk before, you're in for a treat. He's got a great East Coast accent.
I'm going to have to find some good cars to liberate for both of those shows. I won't just wing those. I'll have to figure something out because they've got some really epic collections. So we got to make sure we bring some fire. So
Yeah, definitely. And guys, make sure you have some questions for everybody. The more people participate, the more fun it is. But hey, thank you all for hanging out with us tonight.
Sorry, we're doing a little short show tonight, but I mean, we don't want to make anyone suffer through this echo any more than we have to. And I will, I guarantee I will have headsets the next time that we're on here. So,
yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us as we kind of make things work. And don't forget, please sign up for the Omaha show. If you haven't gotten a table yet, if you got any questions, let us know. All right. Thanks, Brian. You guys have a good night. We'll see you all next week.
And as always, follow, like, and subscribe on the YouTube channel. It helps us out. It doesn't cost you guys anything. We're not to that level yet, but, we got to get there somehow. So
It's all for you guys.
Subscribe, and let's have some fun with this.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Night.